The PDP has successfully communicated its unique selling points and achievements to the electorates, and a greater majority of Nigerians are now able to distinguish between facts and mere propaganda, which is the hallmark of the APC. Our advice to the APC is that instead of engaging in distortion of facts and propagating of lies and blackmail in an attempt to score cheap political points, they should explain to Nigerians their apparent involvement in efforts to undermine INEC records with a view to corrupt the electoral process. My name is Rudolph Okonkwo, and welcome back to Sahara TV. In 27 days from today, Nigerians will go to the polls to elect men and women to run the affairs of the country. Joining us to discuss the campaign so far is the National Publicity Secretary of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Mr. Olisa Metuh. Mr. Metuh, welcome to Sahara TV.
Thank you, Rudolph.
Let me start by asking you, how is the campaign going? Are you where you think you should be at this point?
So far, so good. We are where we should be, but we have been in our comfort zone. We have been to the southwest. We are now in the southeast. These are our comfort zones. We never expected anything less. So we're very happy with the campaign. It's a lot better than what it was 4 years ago. We're yet to go to the north. But from the reports we're getting, our people are resting. They're waiting for the president. They're waiting for our candidates. And they're waiting for the party to come and campaign in these areas. So we're very happy. And I must mention here that a lot of people actually felt that PDP was a bit down before we started our campaign. There was a lot of noise being made by the opposition. All had to do with propaganda and noise. Now the actual campaign has started. People are happy. They have confidence in the PDP.
Now, I like the fact that you alluded to this point about what was going on and you assigned that to the opposition. But look at the headlines. Some are saying that PDP members in the north are afraid to campaign for President Jonathan. And some PDP members are using Buhari's picture to campaign. Is that true? What is going on, especially in the north, for the PDP?
Well, in the north, it's pretty straightforward. Some of our candidates lost their primaries, and they felt that the best thing to do was to go and join the opposition. It's freedom of association, it's freedom of speech. We in the PDP, we believe that the role of individuals is quite different, and it should not be restrained. So our members are very free to associate with whoever they want to. Our party is big. Our party is bigger than any individual or group of people. So in the party, we keep on bringing new candidates. Even a legislator, even a member of the National Assembly is not doing well in this place, and his constituency decides to bring up any other person. It's not the fault of the PDP. The PDP will always go with the popular person, with the person that the people actually need. That is why we say power to the people. The people decide who the candidates are. We do not bring candidates because they've been in the National Assembly 4 times or 2 times or 1. We bring candidates that are chosen by the people, not by the cabal.
Yeah, I understand that. But also, your chairman made a statement recently where he was saying that PDP uses people and dumps them, and suggesting that it's not just.
No, he never said that, Rudolph.
I have the video. We watched the video.
Let me explain to you what he said.
Okay.
What he said was that he was promising PDP people that this party will never allow injustice. This party will never use people and dump them. There is assuring them there is not a question of they give up, they'll work hard and suffer for the party, for the interest of the party, go through the trouble at the expense of working hard for this party, only for other people to and push them aside. It was a confidence-building speech. It was not condemnation. It was building the morale of the party members, that their efforts would be recognized by the leadership of the party.
All right.
That was exactly what he did.
All right. Let's leave that. Last week, there was a peace talk between President Jonathan and the former President Olusegun Obasanjo, which most reports say failed. Can Jonathan win the Southwest without the support of Olusegun Obasanjo?
Well, the former president has been president of the PDP, National Board of Trustees, chairman of the People's Democratic Party, We have tremendous respect for him. It's not material that even the Southwest people didn't vote for him in 1999 before we, the PDP, decided to campaign for him all over the country and made him the president of Nigeria. It's not material. It's not material what is happening in Ogun State. Whether he's involved with one or two individuals for control of his state or his zone or his local government, it's not material. We have respect for him, so we always want to work with him. Not necessarily because of his value in his state, not necessarily because of his value in his local government, not necessarily because of his value in the Southwest, but because of what he represents, an ex-president, former board of trustee chairman. We always respect him, and we want to work with the former president. We'll keep on appealing to him. We keep on trying to work hard to see that we bring him to the table to work with us.
But do you have to adjust your strategy now that he's not working with you?
We are not aware that he's not working with us.
All right. Let's look at other issues in the campaign. Apart from security matters and issues around that, fighting corruption seems to be the major issue that both parties are talking about. And President Jonathan is insisting that he prefers institutional changes rather than gathering people who are accused of corruption and trying them and putting them in jail. Now, do you think that if the president had handled some of the controversial issues around corruption in his administration differently, like example is the Stella Odua scandal, that he won't be in this situation where he is now, where he's trying to sell to Nigerian people that he's doing things about corruption, but people are pointing out at what they know happened during his time that didn't show that he's doing things about corruption?
Well, actually, I think that the issue of corruption is a bit, there's a misconception. It's grossly misunderstood. We are grossly misunderstood on the issue of corruption. First, I must stress that it is the People's Democratic Party that created bodies to fight this corruption. The EFCC was not in existence before our party came to rule this country. The ICPC was not in existence. We were the people that brought about the birth of this country. Secondly, it must be shown that the Freedom of Information Bill has been able to bring cases of corruption before. Now, people actually have knowledge of these corrupt practices. These are things that have been embedded in the system before, things that were being done in the system, revolved in the system. Our party, because of our policies, because of our programs, have been able to bring up that there's so much corruption in the system, and people are aware, and people are talking about it, and people are fighting it. Now, on the issue of the president and how he's been able to fight the corruption, our own is to, you cannot decide because someone is being accused of corrupt practices that the person is guilty. There are processes. We have law and order in this country. You have to go through those processes to ensure that the person is actually guilty. You can't condemn somebody, just like people that have retroactive application of laws. You don't just condemn someone because someone says he's a thief or someone says he has done something. The law must be applied. The system, the processes must be exhausted before you can do that. And let me stress that the instrument of the investigation is not in the hands of the People's Democratic Party. The instrument of investigation is in the hands of the law enforcement agency, and that of prosecution is with the judiciary. It is not the PDP that decides to investigate crimes and decides to jail someone. It must be stressed. It must be very, very obvious. It must be very stated, please.
Okay, let's leave that because we don't have a lot of time to talk about this in details. Let's go to the issue of the candidates. We spoke to your counterpart in the APC yesterday, Lai Mohammed, and he said that Buhari is willing and ready to debate President Jonathan. Is the president willing and ready to debate Buhari?
Well, I'm hearing it for the very first time that Buhari is willing to debate Jonathan. We have thrown up that challenge 5 times, and 5 times they never answered us. Maybe they called you up in SaharaReporters and told you. They never communicated it to the People's Democratic Party. We have challenged the party. We have challenged the candidate for public debate. We are willing to debate the APC on policies and programs, on alternatives that they have, options that are given to Nigerians on what we are doing, or to our own programs. They have not taken it up. On the issue of candidates, we have said that the president is willing to debate, and is ready to debate General Buhari. They have not given us any answer. We communicated to them. They did not communicate. They didn't get back to us. But for them to go to you and inform you that they're willing to debate us, I find it a bit, it's curious, actually, very curious.
All right, all right.
We will make is my friend, or you should take it up. I must say something here, please. This is no more propaganda. It's not deceit anymore. It's about the votes of the people, and the votes of the people must count. It doesn't matter how much lies that you put into the media or the misconceptions that you try to sell. No, it's not perception again. We are facing reality on February 14th.
Now, the president spoke recently about young people, and he was very passionate about the desire to see young people involved in this process. He also said that his generation failed the country. Now, will the president be willing, if the debate that should be organized in Nigeria, if it doesn't take place, will he be willing to come on our show and be able to meet and chat with young Nigerians all over the world who are watching and who are ready to talk to him?
He's been doing that. He's been doing that, and he's going to do that. He's going to do a lot more of that. In the course of this campaign, he's been meeting with young people. Yesterday, when Benny State were in Abia State, he met with the youth. And let me inform you that the Ohanese youths in the entire Southeast endorsed the president yesterday after we held a meeting with them. Today, the president was in Anambra, and we held a successful rally. We're just finishing the one in Imo State right now, where I am. So the issue is that we've been meeting with the youth, we've been meeting with the women, and we've been meeting with the people. And the president has done so much for the youth and so much for the women of this country. What he stated by what the president said is that the generation has failed us. And he meant the generation that's been ruling this country. He meant the generation that has had office. Those that were generals, those that were heads of state and didn't do anything, those that had affairs of this state and they didn't have any program. They never affected our life in any sector at all. Nothing was done. No project was ever commissioned. No, they do not understand the economics of modern world. There is nothing that they have to offer to this country. And the president has said that generation has failed this country. We need a lot of younger people to come and get involved in what is happening.
Okay, Mr. Metuh, we are running out of time. I have two more questions. One is the president said that Buhari could not remember his phone number recently. How did that make you feel? Are you proud of the campaign that the president is running?
That he could not remember his phone?
Yeah, his phone number, yeah.
His phone number?
Yeah, how did that make you feel? Are you proud of the campaign that your party is running in this election?
I am proud of the fact that the president has been on campaign and been showing to everybody what he's achieved. He's been running on his program, he's been running on his achievements, transformation agenda in all the sectors of this country. And he's been making promises of what he has to offer. If he has decided maybe in 2% out of the 100% of the time he spent to answer to the lies, to the propaganda, to the deceit of the APC in 2%, it should not be magnified. Let us remain focused on the message that he's trying to get across, his achievements and his promises to the people of Nigeria. That is what we want the people to focus on.
All right, one more question. Your party, do you have any plan to manage a possible win or defeat come February 14th?
To manage what?
A possible win or defeat after the election.
Our party will be the winning party. We won in 1999, we won in 2003, we won in 2007, we won in 2011. We have not known defeat. We do not anticipate any defeat. Defeat is out of the way. Yes, we had our problems. Yes, we had our challenges. We've gotten over it, and we are moving ahead. Let me tell you, Rudolph, Nigerians now know that no matter what they accuse the PDP of, no matter the failings of this party, no matter the mistakes, no matter whatever you can say that we've not been able to do, or things that you think that we have done wrongly, the opposition party, the APC, is not an alternative to the development and progress of democracy in Nigeria. They are not an alternative. They have nothing to offer. They do not have structures like PDP. It is a cabal dominated by the interests of individuals. And it does not have national spread. There is no, for the unity, progress, stability, unity of this country, we need the People's Democratic Party for Nigeria to move forward.
All right.
It is well accepted by Nigerians. Yes, they have their misgivings. Some people have their misgivings, but they know that they need the PDP to stabilize this country and for this country to move forward.
All right, Mr. Metuh, remember, next week we agreed that you are going to face up with Lai Mohammed on our show next week.
Yes, I'd like to speak with Lai Mohammed because I was supposed to speak with Lai Mohammed today,
yes,
but you decided to bring a candidate, one candidate out of 36 that you have in
No, he was traveling. We actually interviewed him yesterday.
And declined, because otherwise I'll bring a candidate of our party.
No, don't worry. Next week we are going to have that debate, Mr. Metuh.
Let us bring Lai Mohammed.
Next
or
week.
you bring the vice presidential candidate of APC. We'd like to debate him.
Okay.
You can bring the national leader. You can bring a team of APC leaders.
We will. And hopefully,
Mr. Metuh, we will have a real debate. Yes.
Mr. Metuh, we will. And hopefully will help us to bring Jonathan on our show too, because we want Nigerians to be able to ask him questions and talk to him. Simple Nigerians, ordinary Nigerians all over the world. So we are working on that.
Yeah, we will do that. If you want to bring him on Dr. Damages, you can speak with me. You know how to arrange that.
All right, Mr. Metuh, thank you so much, Mr. Metuh. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right, that has been Mr. Olisa Metuh, the National Publicity Secretary of the PDP, talking to us from the East. When we come back, we are going to continue the African Cup of Nations. We're going to show you more of that. I know we cut it off because we had to get this interview done. So stay tuned.